Welcome back. Let's now have a look at the newspapers, Mr. Njau.
Yes, let's look at the Nation. The headline in the Nation is about what's happening in Somalia. So the headline says the KDF has hit Al-Shabaab and has killed its leader in an airstrike.
It's the same headline in the Standard as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenya camp in Somalia is recaptured in a ground-to-air and air rescue missions. They are looking for survivors. The president is going to visit the injured today, but God is demanding that the cabinet secretary for defense and the chief of defense be removed. They are saying she does not motivate. I don't know whether they have a meter for motivation.
That's what I was going to say. How do you measure motivation? What does she need to do? Does she need to enter a plane and go to Somalia?
If anything, the way she received the most empathetic.
Yes. She's shown a lot of empathy towards these people, you know, our soldiers who have come back. So, like you said, what's the meter for motivation?
Motivation.
Okay. The other story is the Eurobond.
What they are doing, what the Raila, the former Prime Minister, was supposed to meet the Public Accounts Committee on Monday. He has now said, since the audit for this year is not done, he waits until the Auditor General does the audit for the 2014-2015 financial year, then he can appear before the committee.
All right. But
the government, the Jubilee politicians are saying he has chickened off.
Yes, calling his bluff and saying he's chickened off.
Yeah. A good story from Central Bank. The governor of Central Bank has summoned major bank managers because its interest rates have not gone down.
Yes.
And he's very worried about that. He says he's troubled by the move to increase interest charges.
Okay, and the same scope, he says inflation rates, which are quite high, should reduce hopefully by April. All right.
Then there is an interesting story about archaeology.
Yes.
Bones worth old as 10,000 years. They have been found in Turkana in a mass grave.
Yes.
They're saying this is as a result of war.
And they're calling it maybe the oldest war in time.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in.
If you want to tour places, go to Bunyore.
Yes. There
are some hills there which the locals are freely mingling with leopards. They believe that this is the origin of the Bunyore, the hills. And then we have seen on TV that the Kenyatta family has donated 2,000 acres of land in Taveta for squatters. And Raila is saying, no, that land belongs to those people.
Anyway, so you've not done anything.
Yeah, there's nothing you've done.
Yeah.
But Kenyatta did not grab this land. He bought it from some settler.
Yes.
And many people bought settler land.
Yes.
In Rift Valley, and even Daramea, they're still there. If I buy Daramea land now, with the owner, the people who used to live there, the Kalenjin say, or whoever used to live in Naivasha, said it's their land.
It's their land. Well, I see your argument, but then I think it's also the issue that
Criticus is there. He has also given some. I think he's given some land.
Yes,
some land there.
Yes, a while back. There's also, but it's, you know, everyone thinks the Kenyatas are the largest.
I say the amount of land the Kenyatta family has is equal to Nyanza province.
Yes, and they say that you know, then he should give out. He should give out this land. But like you're saying, if I've paid for this land,
if you go to the Eastern Bypass, you don't know they have driven through the Eastern Bypass.
Yes.
From the airport.
Yes.
All the way to Ruiru. Most of that land belongs to Kenyatta. They have planted the blungam trees. But so it's the same. You can say the same. Kenyatta, when he was president, he found it. He bought it from some settler.
Yes.
He was the president. He was able to buy it. And many other people bought anyway. That's contentious.
Page 3.
Page 3. This is about the price of things.
Yes, inflation.
Yeah. They're saying the price of basic things like sukuma wiki, potatoes, onions, avocados,
tomatoes,
they went up.
Yes.
In inflation going up from 7.3 to 8% in December.
And it's,
people
you can
are going
feel
to die
it.
of hunger.
Yeah, you can feel it. With 20 shillings, you could buy maybe, you know, three tomatoes. Now you can only buy 2 or 1 in certain areas.
The continuation of the Kihika family saga, where the widows are demanding apology from
the speaker
of the Nakuru Assembly, Susan Kihika. The family is fighting her and her mother. Kihika, I think, had 8 wives. All the others
7 or 8.
The others are going against the first one.
Yes.
Then the story about page 4 is a war on terror. Page 4 and 5. Terrorists who led the Friday attack was been killed by KNDF. And
who is set to visit injured soldiers today?
There's a funny story there about veterans speaking, but they are not naming them. If I was a native of a nation, I would not publish this story.
Why?
Because the veterans speaking not, and they are being quoted, and they won't say their names. Why are they not saying their names? And why, if they don't want to say their names, why are they speaking?
Anonymous sources. No.
It's nonsense.
No.
I won't publish that.
Okay.
If they are serious about what they are saying, they should say who they are.
They should be ready to face the heat. Okay. Face whatever comes out. Page 6, the continuation of the Eurobond story.
And then there is a picture of Kashoka. Tony Kashoka meeting Raila. It's very interesting because Tony Kashoka used to work for Raila. They disagreed. He used to abuse him. He's all over the place. Now he wants. I think he wants to come back.
Politics knows no enemies.
No friends, no enemies.
Yes.
No principles.
Yeah. There you have it. It's Mutegi. You can offer me ABCDFD.
No.
I'll come back and I'll talk to you and I'll look for you.
Anyway, the same page is a very funny story. That detectives from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission went to raid the homes of Morangan Governor Mwango area, and they were roughed up by his supporters and bonders and all kinds of people.
Didn't understand where they came from all of a sudden, these young people.
He must have summoned them. He must have called them because he said he wanted to. Anyway, this is primitive behavior from the governor. Yes. If the investigation is going on, if there is nothing to hide,
let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
In any case, they are under warrant of
They had a search warrant.
Yeah.
So you cannot deny them entry. They have a warrant.
This is a sad story, tragic story on page 8. A boy died after a teacher beat him, and then the teacher was told by the headmaster not to go back to school.
And his caning was banned in schools.
Yeah, of course you don't cane anybody.
Yes.
Then the story about the Turkana war, 10,000 years old story is on page 9.
Okay.
Page 10, the school from 1 selection is here. 7,000 best scorers are getting top schools in the country, national schools.
Good move there.
Very good. Then the war between the Kenya Medical Training Institute and the University Animation Agency. You know, who should admit a student to KMTC? This what the matter is in the court anyway.
Yes. So wait and see.
Good story on page 11. Kenya is going to get 1.9 billion shillings from the European Union to take care of refugees, and we have many of them from Somalia.
And now Burundi, people who are running away from, war in their countries. Okay. The
fight in KCPE University, that 5 doctorate of philosophy degrees awarded by KCPE University students have been nullified by the Council of University Education.
Wow.
If they can nullify this, they should even nullify even bachelor's degree and masters.
How about close the school?
And they have told them to close a number of campuses.
Yes.
And the KCPE University is saying no, they won't happen.
They are not going to close.
The editorial in the Nation is about Form 1 selection, which says you should combine merit and equity, which is good. Let's look at the back page of the Nation, which says Boinnet terror incidents are down by 45%. This is a police crime report. You see, the except northeastern and Mandera and the coast, where there have been terrorism, there is no more terrorism throughout the country like before.
Yes. But that doesn't mean we keep our guard down.
No.
Doesn't mean we keep our guard down.
Yeah.
We need to continue being vigilant. All right, let's
look at the Standard.
The Standard.
And
Raid commander killed, says KDF. That's
yes.
The headline there.
Yes. And then a picture of Madade. No military to investigate why the attack wasn't filed. Uhuru has explained why there is no grand send-off of the soldiers that have died. The bodies will be delivered to the relatives in sealed coffins. And the Standard is gloating. Today they are giving a blow-by-blow account of Yoromboard.
Yes.
It's a story written by Sarah Undakin. Sarah Undakin used to be my boss when I used to work for the Weekly Review in the 80s. She wrote some stories about Goldenberg. What she does is look for information and analyze it.
Yes. So that's on page 10 and 11 of the Standard.
And on page 2, there's a story about a woman who wanted to withdraw money from a bank using false documents, and she's been jailed for 3 years. The story about Turkana is on page 3.
Page 3.
And then the story about Wairia is on page 4. Chaos erupts after the ethics and corruption officers raid Wairia's home.
Yes.
Actually, they raided the home and even also the parents. Then the story about KCPE. Top KCPE students and national schools, you have no doubt that. And the Ministry of Education is going to appoint university council members. Many universities, the council members' period of tenure has expired. This includes Kenyatta University, Masinde Muliro University, Laikipia University, Dedan Kimathi University, Multimedia University, Murang'a University College, Machakos University, and of course, Embu University and the University of Nairobi.
Okay.
So if you want to be a university council member, make an application. You may be, there are so many vacancies.
A formal application.
Yes.
All right.
Then an eventful thing took place in Mombasa. For the first time, we have destroyed contraband goods worth 344 million shillings, and the president witnessed this destruction. So if you import stuff thinking that we're going to bring it to this country, it won't be
stuff. And he says he's going to personally monitor the exercise. All right.
And page 4 and 5 is about soldiers that killed Al-Shabaab, who was killed, and then the vigil at the Uhuru Park
yesterday.
And then the picture of parents who are waiting and worried, not knowing what to do.
Yes.
But the Nyeri family, they are very happy. Jubilation for Nyeri couple, as their son has come back. Very happy.
Page 10 and 11, the Eurobond question.
The Eurobond story by Sarah Eldakin is on page 10 and 11. And it will be continued tomorrow. If you want to know what happened, in simple language, what happened.
Yes.
And she's saying that money was stolen.
That money was stolen.
Yes. Page 12, editorial. Editorial is about what happened in Murang'a. Obstructing the ethics and corruption officers is a criminal offense.
Yes.
And I said, to me, not only criminal, it's primitive.
Yes. Especially if there's a search warrant.
Yeah.
Surely. Okay.
Let's look at the others are commentaries from Kipkoech, Tanui, Miriam Wanjiko, and some ambassador.
Okay.
Ambassador from Denmark. Now, Business Daily is a sad story of Transcentury. Transcentury is worth capitalization is 2.4 billion, but they owe 8 billion.
Wow.
Transcentury, the former MD, Ashao Kiona, the CEO has resigned. And you know who are the founders? Transcentury is starting like a cooperative.
Yes.
And Njoroge.
Yes.
These are people who are very close to Kibaki.
Yes.
And Njoroge, Mike Waweru, Ngugi Kiona, Jim Nambaru, Zephania Mbogwa, Peter Kanyago, and Joseph Magari. You remember Magari? Former PS, Treasury, who was also involved in Anglo-Lisson. He was taken to court. It's a very sad story.
It was 2.4 billion and in debt was...
company that seems to be is going to the dogs.
It's crumbling down.
Yes. Shareholders and the custodians, there is an American man who has stolen 13 million shillings from Standard Bank belonging to a widow. Wow.
Wow.
In shares.
Okay. In where?
It's in shares.
Oh, okay.
Through the stock exchange.
Okay.
And the Star finally says KDF took 4 days to go to the camp to get there. Rescue team and to trek about 100 kilometers. Anti-aircraft guns prevented landings because Shabaab had rigged the road with explosive. It's a very sad story there. Boinnet has given 2,000 acres this year, and the area story, the fight with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission also, then a picture of the vigil at Uhuru Park.
Alright, it being Friday, as you know, we have to look at the Pulse and the Zuka briefly.
Yes.
And the Pulse, the focus is bongo music.
Yes, bongo music is
music from Tanzania.
From Tanzania.
Yes. After musical dalliance with sounds from West and South Africa, Kenyans now seem to have gone back to their earlier crush, it being bongo music, as the hits from Tanzania take over our dance floors. That's on page 8 and 9. Hopefully one day we will talk about our own music and appreciate it and give it a 2-page spread. Till then, let's enjoy the bongo music. So that's the main story in the Pulse. That's what they've decided to focus on. Then of course the second feature is waiting to excel. This year a number of local female musicians could tilt the showbiz tide if they keep their focus. They're talented and ambitious. Now what they need is management and direction. So they're talking about the new crop of female artists who should be able to shock us. That's page 13. Should be able, who will be able to give us good music.
The pictures here?
Yes. The Sisi Sagini, Soon, Amelina, Renee, and Vivian. So let's wait and see. They have been given the platform.
And this one, Contessa, I've never heard of this.
Sisi Sagini. We'll have her one day, then you'll get to know all these ladies. We'll invite them here on the Power Breakfast Show to entertain us. Alright. Of course, there's also the continuation of this Oscars.
The all-white Oscars.
Yes, all-white Oscars that's causing a buzz in America. So there's an article in there.
I think many artists will not attend that.
Well, there are those who are saying they'll attend. You know, black people are expecting things to be handed to them, yet they're not performing. So let's wait and see. And then they are calling him the ladies' man. It's called Degs.
Degs?
Yes, Ndege.
Oh, Ndege.
Yes.
Degs.
Yes, Degs. Right. Started out in 2011, took a break and resurfaced last year. So he's a 25-year-old singer, songwriter, and producer, and he tells us his story there. Let's look at Zuka, Mr. Njau, quickly.
The one in the nation?
The one in the nation, yes. If we can get it, yes. They take a different turn. Now you've seen Paul talks about bongo music and how Kenyans have gone back to loving it. And then here they say enough with the sideshows. This time Kenyan artists united to form solid associations that will stand by them and speak for them in one voice. And that's a conversation we'll also be having a bit later on with Elani and Frasha from P-Unit. Associations, the drama that never ends. As you can see, a lot of them you know, release music, but when it comes to being paid the royalties, they're earning peanuts out of it. Yeah, so
there was a big story in the Sunday Nation last week.
Yes,
about that.
Yes, in regard to that. So we'll have that. That's the conversation in the Zuka, the main story.
There's also a tribute of that musician called David Bowie.
Yes, David Bowie. It's been a sad week for Hollywood as well. Lost quite a number of artists. Celine Dion lost her husband and her brother. David Bowie passed away. Yeah, so that's pretty much the big story in the Zuka. Yeah?
Okay.
Alright then, so those are the stories making headlines this morning. Mr. Njau always says if there's a story that has made you happy or you want to follow up, go and buy yourself.
I would suggest that people buy the Standard, maybe. Read about that, what Sarah and Rakin is talking about. In fact, that story is also in the Star. Yorombo Saga. Sarah and Rakin looks at four smoking guns. The story is on the Star, page 28 to 29.
Okay, so there you have it, and like you said, it's in simplified language. You'll be able to understand what's going on. All right, time to take a short commercial break. We'll be back with the news. Good morning.